Welcome back to Tupac Shakur in his own words. Joining us now is the gifted producer, the man who helped bring the noise to the groundbreaking records of Public Enemy, now heading his own record company, Stepson Entertainment, Bill Stephney. Bill, thanks for joining us. When we talked to Suge Knight, the head of Death Row Records, a few days ago, we asked him if he thought Tupac's death would change hip-hop culture or change the way it's perceived by the public, and he said no. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with him. I think that people are going to make the music that reflects their own specific reality. And to the extent that there will still be young rappers, producers, and artists who reflect some of the troubles that we have within the culture on the street, they'll make music that reflects that.
What do you think his impact was on young hip hop kids? I mean, they see this guy, and I'm sure like there are a lot of critics out there saying, "My God, he's in trouble with the cops all the time. This is the worst role model in the world." But that wasn't how he was seen by his fans, obviously.
The most amazing thing about Tupac is that probably more than any rapper of his generation, he actually had as strong a female base as any male rapper of the past, I'd say, 5-10 years or so, which sort of flies in the face of his critics who called him misogynistic, anti-female, so forth. Yeah. So I think Tupac is, or at least the judgment of Tupac is really based on the consumer. There are people who loved him and people who thought he was a poet, and some people who didn't get into him too much.
Yeah. One of the most remarkable things about this extraordinary event is that just a few days after Tupac was shot, this video comes out, Ain't Mad at You, and it's Tupac talking about being dead and being in heaven. What did you think when you saw that?
That he, I think throughout the history of his music, was sort of a prognosticator of his future. That he seemed to sometimes present almost a level of fatalism in his music. He wrote a song, Death Around the Corner. Many references throughout his albums talked about an end that would come, rather quickly for him. So, the video doesn't surprise you. I think more than anything, it just shows you how tragic all of this stuff is, that he talked about this sort of end on his records consistently.
You think it's dangerous in some way for a hardcore rap star to get too big?
No. I don't think that the messages of any artist within a society that actually analyzes the art can be dangerous. The danger is actually when someone like Tupac or John Lennon or Kurt Cobain, when they write messages in their music and we pay no attention. That's what the problem is. It winds up being the proverbial tree falling in the forest and no one hearing it.
Yeah. Do you see anyone else coming up that's got the power and the message that Tupac has? I mean, any young kids sort of in the offing?
Well, I think hip-hop continues to, endure and continues to be creative. Wu-Tang, Biggie, Snoop, Dre, everybody. Latifah, Light. The music still is urgent, and I still think is very necessary, because obviously we still have problems within society that society chooses to ignore rather than fix.
Do you think there's the gangster connection in gangster rap is perhaps more gangsterish than a lot of people realize? I mean, do you think there's a danger there?
Again, I think that there's a danger when we don't pay attention to the exact messages that are within the records. When I came into the music business, everybody warned me that the music business was run by gangsters before there was actually rap music.
Of course, that's not true.
As far as I know, it's not true. But I'm not testifying at this point.
Bill, thanks for being here with us today. This has been Tupac Shakur in his own words. Look back at a life that ended way too soon.
The last time we talked, you said that you were best known for your big mouth. What do you feel like you're best known for now?
Taking 5 bullets. That. Surviving. I'm known as a survivor now. I hope so. For the jail thing, bullets and everything. Controversies and everything. I hope so. And I want to be in the future known as somebody, I want people to be talking about me like, look, remember when he was real bad? Remember when Tupac was real bad? You know what I mean? Everybody changes. Everybody becomes better people. We all should get that chance. I just want my chance. I ain't mad at you. Nah, I ain't mad at you. We was once 2 brothers of the same kind, quick to approach a ghetto cutie with the same line. You was just a little smaller, but you still rolled. Got stretched to wide.